Hello all you wonderful people, this is honeymaysims and welcome back to my channel and another speed build. Today we are continuing with this neighborhood in Del Sol Valley for my Let's Renovate Del Sol Valley project. And so far there are 3 completed builds that are up on my channel and the gallery. So this is going to be the 4th one, which is the inner circle lot and the remaining lot in the Mirage Park neighborhood. The 2 others I have done so far in this neighborhood are these family-friendly blue coastal suburban homes, which you probably can get some snippets of while I'm building this. And yeah, if you want to check out the speed builds for these after watching this one, I will have a playlist linked in the description for you. And so for this remaining lot, I went on both Instagram and TikTok and asked you guys what you thought would fit for this one. And as I wrote there, I was thinking this shouldn't be a family home, just to kind of break up a little bit from what's already here. So maybe for 1 or more single sims or something like that. And there were so many great suggestions from you, which I really appreciate. So there were suggestions like a normal park or a trailer park, an apartment or bed and breakfast, like something like a grocery store, community lot, or just homes for roommates, elder students, or a single parent. So I did spend some time thinking it through and going through all these suggestions, and yeah, in the end I kind of mixed some of these suggestions. So for this lot we are building a duplex with lots of garage space and a backyard with a small pool and an entertainment area with like a barbecue and that busking item that came with city living. So yeah, I wanted to do this a little different from the rest of the builds I've done here, so I have decorated it to be kind of more run down and looking like it's not very well cared for, like an overgrown garden, leaves in the pool, and some graffiti on the backyard wall, and as well on the dumpster in the front of the house. So it's not going to be anything fancy, but I think more realistic, and it's kind of like a renting situation, like the Sims here has to rent one of the apartments in the duplex, so it's going to be a cheaper place to live and kind of perfect for single Sims as well. So in my head I imagined there would be an elder Sim or a grandpa living on the left side with their camping van or trailer on the outside, and who loves the outdoors and activities like gardening and fishing. And on the right side there's going to be a young, kind of rebellious and free-spirited artistic sim or student who likes music and art. So I feel like these 2 personalities kind of clash, and I think that's an interesting combination to kind of imagine what these 2 sims would interact together. Like, would there be kind of bad blood between them since the young sim is probably more loud and has friends over, or would the 2 get along pretty well? So maybe that's something for you to kind of explore and experience if you want to download this build and also create these sims. Or maybe you want to renovate it entirely to get more of a fresh and modern look, and that's totally possible as well. So I do think this would be a very nice renovation project as well. At least I gave this house the law traits, teen neighborhood, home studio, and party place. And for this build I end up using some of the Get Famous windows and doors, and I think the colorful front door really fits with this duplex vibe and also the Del Sol Valley neighborhood in general. So I do end up using the red color swatch for the doors, even though I was contemplating maybe using the blue or green one. At least this one has so many colorful variations, but I do end up using the red one in the end. And I wasn't intending on using few packs or anything for this one, just to kind of go with the flow really of what it fit for this build, but I do end up using, well, probably quite a few expansion packs, but only 2 game packs and 1 stuff pack. And if you want to know which ones I use, you can check out the description of this video, and you can also find it on the gallery. But I would think most people have maybe the most expansion packs in comparison to game packs and stuff packs, and also kits. At least when I was playing Sims 2 and 3, I only ever bought the expansion packs and never any of the stuff packs. But I'm not quite sure how it is with Sims 4 since, well, there are quite a few variations of packs, like the expansions and the game packs, stuff packs, and now kits as well. So they're really milking that Sim 4 franchise, really just pushing out a lot of things and packs. But yeah, at least just yesterday I finished a pack restricted build, so there I only used 3 expansions, 2 game packs and 1 stuff pack, so I am excited to edit that video as well. And I believe the ones I use for that one are maybe some of the most popular packs as well, like Seasons, Cats and Dogs, Discover University, and for game packs, Parenthood and Dream Home Decorator, and the Laundry Day Stuff pack. So I do hope you're going to end up enjoying that one as well. And for April, I have 2 collaborations coming up, so I am about finished with one of them, and I'm still working on this big 64x64 build, and oh my god, I'm actually really satisfied with how that one is turning out, and I'm really super excited to show you all when the time comes. And yeah, I also recently joined in on a new collab as well that has a deadline in June, which I think I'll start pretty soon as well. And it does have a theme I'm not too familiar with as far as it comes to building, so I will have to look up some inspiration and just go with the flow really, and hopefully it's going to turn out nice. And for the next collab that's coming up in April, I don't think I'm going to have a video for that one since I've recently upgraded my PC and I'm not really satisfied with how the quality of my videos was back then, so I have upped some quality on my newer videos, and hopefully you're going to see that it has better quality as well, hopefully. Let me know if you have noticed improved quality to my videos, and then yeah, hopefully you're enjoying how it looks. If you follow me on Instagram, I was also recently in another collab called #FruitPopCollab hosted by Simmer Kai, and for this video it was kind of the same case. It wasn't the greatest quality. I was kind of messing around with the settings on my new PC and trying to make it work, and it kind of made the quality worse, so I had to kind of scrap that video. But if you head on over to my Instagram, you can see the photos for that one, and it's also on my gallery if you want to download it. And my ID is Owlrick. Oh wow, that was kind of like a lot of me just trailing off to talk about collabs and upcoming posts, but yeah, back to the build. I'm already on the interior, so I have been talking for quite a bit already. But yeah, as you can see, we are kind of finished up with the exterior, so as I was talking about. And there's garage space downstairs on the first floor, and I think maybe there's too much space on the first floor, but I tried my best to kind of fill it in with either debug cars or decorations or activities. And also for this apartment that I'm currently working on or for the young sim, there's going to be an extra bed in the garage space, so maybe this sim has someone over sometimes and they kind of just have this extra bed that they can sleep in if they're staying over late or anything, or maybe they're renting it out, so just for like a temporary time maybe. And yeah, I wasn't really sure, but I included it anyway. Since I do think this person would kind of be extroverted and have a lot of, people around them all the time, and I imagine they would also be a student, so they would be kind of having like parties sometimes at their place. I also included that juice keg on the little porch outside, so yeah. So I am filling in the living room here with just kind of like a small TV. I try to use a lot of these things from Eco Lifestyle that has kind of this rundown look to it, and also this couch and armchair that has, wood on it, and it looks kind of homemade, I would say, and some fabric that has, I think this one has some kind of graphics on the fabric as well. So yeah, I really do enjoy seeing how this turned out. And I also used some Strangerville posters on the wall, and also that big shelf that I put in the garage that has like a can of, I don't know, fuel or something, and I think it also has like a gas mask and things. That's probably perfect for Strangerville, but I really do enjoy using this one for garages as well, so I used that one here. Also for the garage doors, I love using the one from City Living that is kind of like a mural, so you can graffiti on them as well. And I didn't include that in this one, but if you do play on this and one of the sims is artistic as I imagined, it would be very perfect to kind of have them practice their painting skills on the garages, as well as the easel in their living room. And there's also like lots of canvases. I think these ones are finished, so I went for the swatch that has the finished paintings right next to it. And this is going to be like a very cluttered and small living room, but I did playtest it and it was functional. I was satisfied with that because I wasn't really too sure if it was going to be, so I was surprised it was. I think the only thing they're not going to reach is the karaoke machine, but you could move it out to maybe a different space, like to the more open hallway in between, the bathroom and the bedroom and the balcony. And in this apartment, I also used a lot of the Eco Lifestyle debug objects, so like the leftover foods, like the china box and the pizza box, and also like some juice boxes. And I think I also included one of the boxes with the juice that you make with the juice fizzing machine, so maybe it looks like, I don't know, energy drinks or something like that. I think it was fun to just include these little details, and also like the trash bags just right next to the garbage bin, and also outside by the dumpsters as well. So yeah, those kind of fun little details to make it look more rundown and realistic, I would say. And then I have started to furnish some of the other apartment as well, so I am currently just doing these 2 bathrooms in both apartments, which are pretty identical, I would say. Like the tiles on the floor and the walls, I think, are also the same. So I wanted these kind of tiles that weren't too, you know, modern or new, but they're kind of looking a bit old. And I do think the only thing that's different between these ones are the sink. So I used the Parenthood sink in the Young Sims bathroom, and then I used the Cottage living sink in the Older Sims bathroom. So I wanted to use that really pretty, get famous, and kind of mid-century modern bed in the Older Sims bedroom, and I also wanted to use some of the stunning Parenthood kitchen as well in this one. So I believe this is going to be a very blue living room. So I'm not too sure if the stove is going to be blue or gray, but at least the refrigerator is going to be blue, like the one from Cottage Living that has a really pretty and light blue color. And then the Parenthood cabinets is going to be blue, which I don't use as often as I would like to, because this color swatch is really pretty, and I wanted a lot of clutter in this kitchen as well. But when I was playtesting, the sim would just not cook something on these cabinets, so I had to delete some of the clutter here, unfortunately, because you don't want your sim to go down to the basement or the garage to prep their food. So yeah, I think that was a thing that was necessary to do here. And I also imagine this elder sim to have either a dog or cat to kind of keep them company, because I do think the older sim living here would be alone after maybe their spouse or loved one had passed. So I think that's a really nice thing to include here to keep them company. And I also do believe this person would have, either family members coming over sometimes or some old friends to kind of come over, because I did include that one. I think it was the Don't Wake the Llama table in the garage. I do believe so. It's that game at least, and I haven't completely missed out on anything. But yeah, at least a game table in the garage that the sim can play with some friends or family, and I enjoy that idea. So it's going to be right next to the laundry. And yeah, so for both the garages, in the rooms behind where the cars are going to be, there's going to be laundry. And so there's going to be both the washer and dryer, but this sim also has that laundry line or clothing line on their balcony. So I really hope that clothing line functions, because now that I think about it, I didn't playtest that function, but yeah, hopefully I'm crossing my fingers it's going to work. And also for this bedroom, I wanted to include those little plaques, so maybe they have some achievements for maybe gardening or fishing or collecting, gems and that kind of thing. So I do believe this person would be very into the outdoors and the activities you can do there. So I wasn't too sure what kind of career they might have had, but I do believe they would be retired now, so they're kind of just trying to do the things they're into and live, you know? And I also, for the kitchen, I really like using these Parenthood debug objects like the paintings and the little notes on the fridge there, so I quickly remembered to add those when I found it in the catalog. And yeah, I forgot to mention that in the bedroom as well, when I was playtesting, my sim couldn't get to the other side where that dresser is, so I was thinking the dresser was the problem, but it wasn't. So it was just that pile of clothing that I had to remove, and then it functioned perfectly. So you might notice that there are some, you know, little details here and there that might have been changed after the recording was done, just to, you know, go through everything after I have play tested it. So right now I am kind of just adding all those little details everywhere to kind of finish it off, and adding, you know, posters and paintings, little details in the kitchens, and, you know, also for this young person's bedroom I included a keyboard, and in the living room there's going to be a guitar as well, so I do believe they would be musically talented as well as, you know, with painting and stuff. So yeah, I added those Strangerville posters everywhere, and a dresser, and also that base game like night table that looks like a box that it might have had some fruits in it and stuff, so they use it as a night table, and that rundown or second-hand lamp that has, like, I think it's stickers on it and stuff. And yeah, so we're soon coming to the end, but first there's the garage spaces. So as I said earlier, there's going to be a laundry here, but I also had space for another like half bathroom, so there's going to be an extra one in both apartments as well, just in case, you know. And I am adding this second bed that I was talking about earlier, just in case if someone comes over and has to crash or something. So yeah, there's going to be some similarities between these two spaces, such as where the laundry area is positioned, but I tried to include what kind of counters I used in each of them. So the young person's one is going to look a bit more run down with these, I believe it's the rundown version of the counters from City Living and not the base game ones, if I'm not entirely blanking out right now. But yeah, and there's also going to be a ping pong table in the young person's garage, and, you know, some little clutter and boxes. They have like canvases, and also that woodworking table. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You can find this build on the gallery. My ID is Owlrick, but you can also find it under the hashtag honeymaysims. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more content, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on anything in the future. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!